All right, so we just got some breaking news in Fortnite Battle Royale. There was a hot fix just about 45 minutes ago, and it was a big one. So I'm going to read you the patch notes here, and then we'll discuss just a little bit. So right off the bat, they vaulted 3 weapons: the combat shotgun, the drum shotgun, and the proximity launcher. And at the same time, they unvaulted the epic and legendary suppressed assault rifle. Now, in addition, they said the automatic sniper got a damage increase from 31, 33, 35 to 40, 42, 44. So that is a significant damage upgrade. And the reasoning behind this, it says the automatic sniper was underperforming relative to some of the other sniper rifles. Well, no duh. This adjustment to damage should make it more desirable as an alternative long-range weapon. Now, in addition, they nerfed the brute spawn even more, but just for the storms 3 through 6 in core modes, and this is unchanged in arena. So it looks like, based on the numbers here, they nerfed them considerably. So you should see very, very few brutes in storms 3 to 6. And in fact, in the storm 6 phase, you won't see any. It says they will no longer spawn in phase 6. So that's towards the end game. That's crazy. Now, oddly enough, they buffed the chili peppers. And if you weren't aware, those can be found in the desert areas. And they give you Super Saiyan speed. You basically get steam coming out of your head like a cartoon and run really, really fast. It says they increased the duration of spiciness from peppers to a 60-second duration from a 20-second. So that is a huge buff. 60 seconds for eating one of those peppers. They're super hard to find. But if you do, that's well worth the 2 seconds it takes to eat one. That's insane. I can't wait to use that. Now, lastly, they kind of nerfed Retail Row. I guess they said the treasure you got from destroying where the zombies come out was giving way too many RPGs and jump pads, and they lowered that a bit. They did all kinds of changes. But in particular, they reduced the RPG and jump pad drop rates from those. So let's talk about these changes. My goodness, they vaulted the combat shotgun, the drum shotgun, and the proximity launcher. First of all, right now, let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? So I, for one, didn't mind the combat shotgun. When it first came out, it was super, super overpowered. And then they nerfed it in a few updates after that, and I didn't mind it. Yes, it had a high magazine capacity. Yes, it shot really quick. And yes, it could do some decent to heavy damage from mid to long range. But at the same time, it was super unique. Actually, when it first came out, I don't know how many of you guys remember this, but people said this is garbage. I can't believe they vaulted the pump for this. This thing is terrible. Get it out of the game. And then people actually got to use it, and then they were like, whoa, this thing's super overpowered. Get it out of the game. So it's just wishy-washy on how the community perceived this. And now, I guess all the pros and all the streamers and all the decent players said, look, this thing's way too strong. It's outperforming every other shotgun in the game. Get it out of here. And I didn't think the Epic developers would listen to this, but they did, clearly. If they put it in a hotfix, not just an update, but a simple hotfix to remove this, that means somebody didn't want it in the game. But what does that leave us with? Because, like I said, the drum shotgun also got vaulted. So now all we're left with, again, is the pump and the tac shotgun. So I liked having that variety. A lot of people said the drum shotgun was terrible, but I beg to differ. That thing would wreck skilled players way, way better than me all the time. If I knew some guy was a crackhead pro builder that could definitely outbuild me and get the high ground 9 out of 10 times, then I would go to the bottom of that build, turtle up, and wait for him to come to me. And then that drum shotgun would annihilate him for 200 health even. Instantly. I would pick up the gray over a pump sometimes, and people would comment at my videos like, what are you doing? You're terrible for taking it. That's the worst gun in the game. Heck no, it had one of the highest damage per second ratios out of all the guns in the game, and I absolutely loved it. But then on the other hand, people said that it's a newbie boobie's favorite weapon because it could destroy so fast. I don't know, again, mixed feelings in the community, but I would be willing to bet a majority of players didn't even pick the drum shotgun up. But little did they know, it was one of the best in the game. So that got vaulted, and again, now we're left with the pump and the tac. But at the same time, this is great for the gold and purple tacs because I felt like nobody ever picked them up. I'd see people take the blue combat shotgun over the gold tac, which was absolutely unheard of. You should never do that, but that's just how powerful the combat was. But I felt like they should have just nerfed the combat a little more. Make that damage over range a little less, maybe take some of the magazine down a little bit, or reduce the damage. But instead, they just vaulted the whole thing, so I'm a little bummed out about that. I liked having that variety in my shotguns. Trust me, when everyone takes the pumps now, it's gonna be brutal. I don't know how many of you guys remember when it was just pumps reigning supreme over everything. But the good players with the pump, I'm telling you, they'll get in your face and you're going to be one shot for days, and it's just super frustrating. That's why I liked having that range of the combat shotgun. But again, I don't know what's going on in the community. Every time something shakes up the meta a little bit, then the pros and the streamers and all the sissy Barbie girls out there, they'll be crying to the Epic developers, and boom, things get reverted or changed back. It's just a little frustrating. But at the same time, I guess I can see where they're coming from. It was a little too strong, I will admit that. Now, the proximity launcher, I wasn't a big fan of this. It was kind of cheap sometimes, but not a lot of people used it. I can't even remember the last time I died to a proximity launcher, so I'm not sure why they vaulted that. Now then they brought back the suppressed assault rifle. Holy cow, a lot of people hated this weapon, but this thing is an absolute shredding machine. The accuracy on this, I remember watching Daquan quite a few seasons ago. He would never pick this up. He would take a green AR over the silenced gold or purple suppressed assault rifle. Did I say silenced, suppressed? Sorry if I messed that up. The suppressed assault rifle. He would never touch this thing. I found it to be completely opposite of that. It was absolutely epic and would hardly ever miss a shot. I would laser someone even in the air. Hopefully it's still like that. We'll have to see. It doesn't look like they made any changes. So I, for one, am super excited about the suppressed assault rifle coming back. And then the buff to the automatic sniper, that's basically like a scoped AR. I don't like that thing at all. I hardly ever pick it up. But looking at the damage increase, they really buffed it. So it's probably pretty powerful now, and it has no recoil whatsoever. So it's way better than blue scoped AR, and it should at least be worth picking up now. But like I said, I probably won't ever pick it up myself. So those were the major changes. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this combat shotgun being vaulted? I tweeted out about this on Twitter, and from my followers, I got mixed response. Some people are saying, why would they take this out? It was a nice weapon in the game. They shouldn't have touched it. And other people are saying, ooh, thank goodness, I'm coming back to the game now. Pumps for days and stuff like that. So I don't know what to make of this. It's probably 50-50. So let me know in the comments, are you excited that the combat shotgun is gone and you can now use your pump again? Or are you pretty upset that they took it out? And this was out of the blue. I didn't hear any rumblings of these nerfs happening. So who knows why they did it? Someone probably got to them and said they were going to quit or not streaming Fortnite anymore, and they finally caved into the pressure, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see how this plays out. I'm about to jump in and try. I played a few matches this morning, and I was using the combat. So, again, a complete surprise to me, at least. I had no idea any of these changes were even in the works. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and by the way, I did about maybe 5 or 6 videos this morning on the new missions that are out, and those are the Boogie Down. So if you need help with any of those challenges, I did guides for all of them, and I also have the Week 6 Hidden Battlestar video up as well. So be sure to check some of those out. I'll leave links in the description as well as the comments.